Hello everyone. We will see how to read a fixed width file or a plain txt file that we usually ingest into the distributed environment. So in our last video, we have seen how to read a CSV file. Today, we will see how to read the text file using Spark and especially in PySpark. So we will quickly start with the Jupyter environment where we will create a Python notebook and we'll give some name, read text file. Okay. Now on my local machine I have installed Spark locally, so I just want find Spark module which will find the Spark installed on my machine with all the libraries being set up. And now let me check whether the Spark is found to this notebook. We'll see. Oh, okay. So it's now working. So now as PySpark is set up in my notebook, I will start importing what all packages and libraries are required. So first of all, we will need a Spark context and then Spark session so that we can, read the file on top of that session. So PySpark.sql import Spark session or yeah, and from PySpark, I will import Spark context. So watch carefully. These two are different packages. One is PySpark.sql, another is PySpark. So you have to use equivalent one accordingly. So now I will create a Spark context first, which will responsible for initiating any program on driver. So whenever you want to create a transformation DAG or any workflow, you have to create a Spark context, and on top of that context, you have to create the your script and your DAG. So I am going to run it locally, and if the Spark context is already being created, it will throw us an error so that we cannot create it one more time. So let's see whether it was already present. So I will give a name first app. If I get the Spark context, I will create a Spark session based on the Spark context we created. Let's give a try. It's running. Because this is star shows you that it's in running state. We will wait, and it will throw us an error if anything is wrong with whatever line of code we have written in this cell. Yeah, it's working. So Spark session is created properly if you just mention Spark and enter. So guys, I'm using shift enter to execute this shell. This is Spark command. So you see all the details of the Spark session are displayed. Okay. So now what we will do, we will try to read a simple plain text file. So I have created a simple text file on my desktop. This is what the content in this file. So this contains some English characters and some European characters as well. We'll discuss more on with these characters further, but let us assume this is the text in a single line in this file, which name is simple input.txt. So I will now try to read this file into the Spark data frame. So whatever in return is coming is a data frame in Spark. So spark.read.text is the option we have to use to read the text file. So guys, this is on my desktop. Okay, so if you want to get the path, you can just copy this path. As it is a Windows machine, it will show you the Windows path, and you have to escape this slash. And now I will mention the file name as well. So file name is sample input.txt. Input.txt. So Yes, this is a simple command to read Spark, to read the text file in Spark, spark.read.text and the file path. So let's see whether it works. It's in running state. Yeah, it's running. It's completed. Now, if I want to show the content of this file read in the Spark data frame, I will create show. Yeah, it is showing one column with whatever row we read, and it is not completely printing that line. So the line is quite long and it is not visible in this uh, a single row that the Spark data frame is showing. So for that, you can specify two parameters to this show command. Either one first parameter is the number of rows, and you have to pass false if you don't want to trim the result in a single cell or single row. You don't want to trim this using these three dots, so you are passing false, and this 10 will represent the number of lines uh, per show command that we are going to execute. So for now there is only one row, so it doesn't matter whether I pass it to 1 or 10, it will only show a single line. But the false is important because I don't want to trim the result after the show command. So see guys, a complete line is visible as part of the result after the show command. So this is how we can read a simple plain text file in Spark. So my next question is whether or not we can provide the encoding while passing the input file to the spark.read.text. So the use case is I want to provide a specific encoding and I want to read a file using only that encoding, because we don't know what is the input, from which source it is coming. Is it coming from a website which uses a different encoding, or the data which is stored in some database which is having a different encoding? And Spark by default, when it is reading a file, it uses UTF-8 encoding. But what if it contains some European characters which has higher ASCIIs than UTF-8 or the normal English characters? In that case, this is spark.read.text is not capable of providing the option to change the way the encoding works. So only default encoding provided by spark.read.text is UTF-8. And even if I provide option to explicitly provide the encoding, for example ISO 88591, this is the European encoding. uh, if you see inside char sets, you will see Western European encoding. So this contains some range of characters which are not part of the normal English letters. So if I provide it, and if my input data also has such characters, it should convert it based on the encoding I have provided. But spark.read.text doesn't do that. If you see, it will not change anything with this whatever characters I have written other than the lower ASCIIs. So even you can see ISO 88591 character set online. So this is what the list of the characters. So these are the normal characters, but when you go to higher ASCIIs, you can see after like starting from 128, the character is different, right? Char set is different. So these characters, this is ISO 88591 symbols. And if you see, if this is part of your text in your text file, so you have to provide this encoding. And if it is reading, so like in our case, even if we provide this as ISO 88591, it is not using this encoding, but because this option is not applicable and acceptable on spark.read.text, so it is by default treating it as UTF-8. But what if you want to apply encoding feature, apply encoding option to read a fixed width file or a non-delimited file or a simple text file. So you have to do a trick, and you have to use the previous option which was spark.read.format CSV along with some fake delimiter. So now we will see how we can do that. So we are going to read a text file using spark.read.format CSV, but we will provide a fake delimiter which will not be part of the data. So what will happen if I'm providing the delimiter as semicolon? So that means a semicolon is not there in this text, which means a complete row will be treated as a single column. It will not split this text in multiple columns. Even only if I know the delimiter is not present in the text, then only you can do this trick. And then, as we know that encoding is available as an option when we are using spark.read.format as a CSV, and it will apply the encoding on the text that we are going to read. So we will see how we can do that. So I will create a second data frame, spark.read.format CSV, and usually we do load. I want to read the same file. I will copy it. Let's see. Okay. So by default, like if I am trying to load this file, which is txt file, I am not providing anything along with this format. I don't provide any option, and let's say I'm running it. I don't know whether it works or not. Yes, it's working. Let's see whether it can show the results. Yeah, it's showing the results, right? So we can read this file, text file, using a CSV format because the default delimiter with this spark.read.format CSV is comma, and comma is not part of this file. So definitely it will read it as a single column, right? So let us make one change, save it. I have included a comma. Let it read it again. See, now it splitted the same text in two different columns because comma is the default delimiter. So what to do in that case? We will introduce one fake delimiter here, option delimiter. As I know that pipe is not part of the text, I will create it, read it, and you see only one column is created even though comma was there because delimiter we have provided pipe, which is a fake delimiter which is not part of the data. And now I can apply encoding on this text. So I will provide option encoding, and it has ISO characters, so I will mention ISO 88591 dot. Yeah, so this is what the command is. I've added one more option encoding. Let's see, like for now the previous result is this copyright symbol is there, some currency symbols are there, then this is again a trademarking symbol, and this is the inverted question mark. So these all are not English characters, these are higher ASCIIs which will have corresponding ASCII characters, right? So let's see if I provide the ISO encoding and run it and create a data frame, show it whether it looks the same. We'll see it. Now I'm going to run it. Yeah, it executed. So guys, there is some difference, right? There is a slight difference. So let me show it properly. I will remove option. Okay, I will run it again. Okay, so this is the text when we have, you know, applied UTF-8 encoding, which is by default getting applied. But when we apply ISO 8859 encoding, then it is showing something else. Let us figure out what is happening. So this is with ISO 8859. So whenever it encountered the hierarchy and we are trying to read it in ISO 8859 it has converted to different characters, added some control characters to it. Just before all of them, it has added extra character. See, it has added extra character to the hierarchy characters, and because of which the length of the text increased. Even in the notepad also you can change appropriate syntax. So if you have converted to 88591 88, so you have to save it separately, because if you see UTF-8 has the default for our notepad plus plus as well. So these are the different encoding options. You can just go through them and try to check what is the difference between all of them. But just in a nutshell, you can say when appropriate encoding option is needed to be applied on your input file, and you have to apply a encoding option. So the text option like spark.read.text doesn't come up with any option to provide encoding. Default is UTF-8. So if you want to apply encoding explicitly on a text file, you can come up with a solution where you provide some fake delimiter and then apply a encoding on read.format CSV, even though the file is a text file. So today we discussed about, first of all, how to read a simple text file using spark.read.text. Then we saw a limitation of spark.read.text where we cannot provide the encoding because default is UTF-8. But if you explicitly want to provide encoding to a text file, you can use spark.read format as CSV along with a fake delimiter. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please share this video, and I will definitely come up with more videos on PySpark. Again, we can meet up, and you can mention the doubts and queries in your in the comments. I will try to solve those as well. So happy coding, happy learning, and let's data.